What's up, Digimon? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to be seeing how they went from, EX-1 and revamped it to what is now EX-09. So they basically revamped the whole thing, but we're going to cover red for today's video, and then maybe, if you guys are enjoying me, talk about all the red cards, and then we'll go to the blues and so on and so forth, and kind of just get a good idea what is coming down the pipeline for EX-09 and just do all the colors reviewed. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So I figured it'd be kind of cool just to talk about none other than version 1 setup. So because this is where most people will try to build their deck off of, is again by the version of the deck. So at the end of the day, you have like Koromon, Betamon, Agu, and Bio as your rookies for the version 1 deck, with Nume, Greymon, and Tuskmon, and Aerodramon as your level 4s, and then Memon, Metal Greymon as your level 5s, and then Blitz Greymon Ace, and you'll probably be playing none other than the Blue Boy for version 2, Crescarumon Ace. So this will kind of make it so you could semi-play the version deck, which is very interesting to me, is that once you got into the level 6 of version 1, there's no mention of the underneath cards at all. Like, this card just seemed that they threw DM in version 1 to it, just so that they couldn't throw as adventures, so that adventure got complete bonuses. And I think that's like the biggest issue of that, because, Omnimon Alter S is great, but, it doesn't even say face down cards. Like, the level 7 doesn't care about the face down card mechanic. The level 6s don't either. So someone explain and make this make sense. Like, why are they restricted to this? This seems like they should have just been announced adventure, and then they at least would have made sense to compensate into the adventure deck. I feel like they went last minute. Oh yeah, we need to make sure there's a top end level 6 for these decks. Well, we knew Blitz Greymon was supposed to be one, and Crescarumon was supposed to be in the other, but we don't have a complete answer to everything else. Okay, let's go with it. We'll just make sure that they are version 1s instead of adventures. Yet they have the Tie and Mat in here for adventures. So technically, Blitz Greymon Ace and Omnimon Alter S and Crescarumon Ace should all be adventure type. But I digress. I think someone should get fired for this problem child. Should have had even just block text is treated as adventure as well. But Koromon here is your rookie of the, your egg of the century. If you guys notice that these are basically looks like the Digivice. So it's kind of cool to see when they do that. I really do like that a lot when it comes down to it. So like Koromon is a very solid pick. Let me double check this. Oh wait, he's version 5. That's not even, Tuskmon's not supposed to be in there. So yeah, version 1s, this is your champion lineup. This is your ultimate mega. Yeah, so with Koromon, yeah, this is how you're gonna find out which ones are kinda, oh yeah, Biomon's not even a part of that either. God, this is bad. So you only, for version 1s, you only have this. God, I hate it here. Okay, so I'm trying to say a lot of nice things for this set, but it's definitely feeling like EX-1 all over again, where it's good cards, but this set's gonna end up being like a $20 trash heap. There's not much saving this set. Even Mugen's not saving this set as much. But when attacking, this Digimon with face down Digivolution may Digivolve into a version 1 traded Digimon in your hand with its Digivolution cost reduced by 1, which is pretty solid. Being able to climb in mid-combat leads into cantrips and very powerful interactions that your opponent might not be ready for, and that's good to see. So if you guys want to know what version 1 cards are going to be, the black borders really gives it away. The gold is the only exception with French Alter S, but hey, version 1, you get Betamon for trainings, and yeah, I mean, a lot of them are going to be fine to be able to splash how you want for the rookies because they're all DM traded. So whatever inheritable you kind of like the most is going to be how you go about it. So if you don't know what trading does exactly, in the main phase, by spending this Digimon, place your deck's top card face down as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. This effect also activates in breeding area. So being able to suspend this Digimon, give yourself something a little extra to do, really does add up being really nice. Analog Youth does something with this training functionality, especially if you're at 7 or less, you know, can lead to being some benefits. So yeah, I mean, being able to give you the reboot, which is really nice so that you're getting some way of protecting your Digimon, is always nice. So Betamon's going to give you jamming, which is not bad, and the training effect is not terrible either. Then you have Agumon here. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Among them, add 1 DM trait to your hand. Place 1 card with version 1 trait face down as a bottom Digivolution of any of your Digimon with DM trait. Return the rest to the bottom deck, and it gives a 2000 DP boost. Yeah, I mean, it's not crazy good, but, you know, we got at least a searcher. We got the training. So, pretty solid. Then we do have Nuemon as version 1. At the end of your turn, place one level 3 placing 3 Digimon with version 1 traits from your trash face down as the bottom Digivolution card. It may digivolve into a version 1 trait in your hand or trash, and it gives blocker. So, pretty decent. Being able to get blocker is always interesting. And look at this thing. That's so crazy how they went about that. But yeah, Numemon's Numemon. Then we do have Greymon. It has the training effect, so being able to interact in your breeding area. But when attacking, place the top card of your deck. Your card face down as a bottom Digivolution card. This Digimon gains 1000 DP for each of its face down Digivolutions until the end of opponent's turn, and it gives a 2000 DP boost similar to Agumon. So yeah, this is another great target. At least it uses the face down cards to kind of get bigger over battle, which is not terrible, you know. I think this is quite interesting, especially because it's a when attacking skill, so you could climb up even further with the egg after you do this, because that is a block until the end of your opponent's turn, so your opponent is going to have to time everything right. You know, Aerodramon, another training for version 1. When attacking, place the top card face down as this bottom Digivolution card of your deck to one of your opponent's Digimon. One of your opponent's Digimon gives minus 2000 DP until the end of turn for each face down Digivolution. At least this has barrier, so you'll gain blocker, barrier, jamming as great inheritables across the board. You have great access with the Greymon and the Aerodramon, so you're pretty decent. What was really struggling and lacking for even, let's say, Galaxy, if you take a look at it, was that it was always missing a third rookie and a third champion option selectable. So now you kind of have that access with this deck, you know, and you're only missing a rookie, which will lead me to say this: they'll probably print a promo for it if they're not going to do anything else. So at the end of the day, I expect there's going to be another promo coming. Now, again, we're getting into DMs, version 1's Memamon. So this card was just recently shown off as a rare, so this is Analog Youth's Tamer, partner Digimon. So it has collision on play. When Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one play cost 4 or lower DM card among them without paying its cost. For each of this Digimon's face down Digivolution, one of their effects play cost maximum, add 1 to the effect. So you can go higher and higher depending on what happens. But again, you could get to Mugen. You could easily get to Mugen to play for free. That's what we're going with, right? Right? Hello? The voices in my head are saying yes. But when attacking, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So being able to have a de-digivolution as a when attacking skill could lead to being some great cantrips, and it's got collision with, you know, Nomemon being able to place 3 Digimon. You can lead into having some great synergy across the board. You know, Metal Greymon is a cyborg DM version 1, so this will be leading into some great value for the virus. Well, just Mugen in general. This card will be played in Mugen. When this card will be played, by trashing one cyborg or version trait card from your hand, reduce the play cost by 2. So he comes in for 5, which is not terrible. Being able to, you know, even on a brick hand, be able to hard play this thing is not terrible. On play, when Digivolving, by placing one Digimon card from your trash as a face down as this bottom Digievolution card, delete up to 5,000 total DP of your opponent's Digimon. And for each Digimon face down cards, add 2,000 to the effect maximum. So, again, pretty decent. Metal Greymon has some great synergy, and for the number of face downs, being able to pop and remove earlier on a level 5, if they don't have protections, this leads into something better, right? Now let's get into what should have been an adventure type for 900 Alex. Just kidding. Well, you know, it's going to be Digivolving on a level 5. Excuse me. Rude. So we just lost that. Rude as hell. The last 2 cards, we're just gonna do this. So Blitz Greymon Ace will have Alliance and Blocker, being able to hit hard. It's got on play when Digivolving, Digivolve 3 of one of your opponent's Digimon. This seems like it's Shadow Seraphe with, you know, Shadow Seraphe at home instead of getting Shadow Seraphe on Ace like you want. And then end of your opponent's turn, 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into Alter S in hand, then one of your Digimon may attack. So it's got security +1, so it combos really nicely with the new Alter S. French Alter S, mind you not. When Digivolving, if DNA, your opponent's Digimon effects do not affect this Digimon for the turn, then delete all their Digimon with the highest level. So being able to clear out threats is huge, and then end of attack, you may play 1 card with Greymon in its name, or version 1 trait, and 1 Garurumon in its name, or the version 2 trait from this Digimon's Digivolution without paying its cost. If the effect played, place this Digimon at the top of your security stack. So at least it gives you some sort of recovery, and you have some great threat because 15,000 DP is hard to climb over. So, and being able to get your bodies back out of the deal, not terrible, right? I mean, even just getting the Metal Greymon, or, you know, or the other card. What is it? Was there a Were Garurumon in this? No, just Sagittarius mode. So you could grab Garurumon and possibly Crest Garurumon Ace would be another backup target. It really comes down to how you want to handle it. But with Greymon in its name and Garurumon in its name, kind of wish they had a Were Garurumon besides Sagittarius mode for this, but yeah, we got a Metal Greymon instead. But guys, what do you think? Hit that like button, the subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.